Okay, do I need to do an intro or will you do the intro?
अगर इंट्रो विंट्रो दिया ना तो तुम्हारे हाथ पैर और जिस्म का वो क्या कहते हैं
पार्टीशन
बेगम जान को किसी इंट्रो विंट्रो की जरूरत नहीं है
cool, I like it. Thank you for the intro. Well, Begum Jaan it is now. And I believe today that there are only two people in Bollywood who roles get made for. One's Amitabh Bachchan and the other is Vidya Balan. What is your reaction to that?
That's my reaction.
No, but seriously, one after the other, you're getting these power-packed, woman-centric, box you in the face kind of roles, you know? So,
that's my personality.
Are you?
I'm kidding.
So, is ferocious the middle name?
No, I think it's slowly becoming my middle name. No, I think jokes apart, I feel that sounded wonderful to my ears. So thank you, which is why that act of affection. But you know, I really feel I am in a very, very wonderful position. My work is an extension of my beliefs. So I've veered towards these kind of stories. These stories have veered towards me. And I'm only so grateful, you know, because now, you know, over the past few years, when a director comes to me, invariably he says, I wrote this keeping you in mind, and that's extremely flattering and humbling at the same time.
So going into movies like Dirty Picture and then doing this thing in the middle and then coming here, do you kind of at the end of the day run out of juice on roles like this? Because you see, it takes a lot, I'm sure it does, from every single time you go on screen. So how do you kind of react to something like this? You see a Begum Jaan, and now she's a madam, she's fighting for her rights. She's taken on India and Pakistan, which I don't think anybody in the history of any kind of nation has done. So that's a lot of guts.
Gumption.
I don't want to use the other word, but a lot of guts going into that. So
I don't run out of steam or juice, like you said. Instead, this gets me going, you know, it motivates me. When I read a character like Begum Jaan, I'm blown. And in this case, I didn't read. I actually watched the Bengali film when Srijit came to me. He said, I'm working on the script, so I'd rather you watch the film. I watched it and I was like, I'm feeling like she grabbed me. I felt compelled to tell this story. You know, and I wanted to work with this man who had written this fabulous story about 11 women with such understanding of women, deep understanding of women. So I think, and I remember I was just coming out of this self-imposed 6-8 month break that I had taken for health reasons. And when I told my family and Siddharth about it, they were like, you know, and you're jumping back right into the fire. But you can't not with a film like this.
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of this role, it kind of has you at the helm, and it's got a power-packed women cast in it, and it's going against the guys, yeah? So do you think that everything is changing for us as far as how we as cinema, and therefore we as society, look at women?
I definitely think, you know, society is left with no choice but to look at women differently, because women themselves are looking at them
are they taking up the gauntlet? Is that why they're being forced?
Yeah.
Men are being forced to look at it.
Men are being forced, women are being forced, because there are some women who are effecting this change, who have over time worked towards this change, which is now being, you know, seen. I think, though I'm talking about women who've had the courage to stand on their own 2 feet, to live life on their own terms, and therefore now this is slowly spread. It's like a fire, and more women are being consumed by their own power. They're standing up for themselves, which is why, because they're looking at them, we are looking at ourselves differently. Society is has no choice but to look at us differently.
That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your take home? Every movie has its take home. What's your take home from Begum Jaan?
Begum Jaan has actually made me more comfortable with my own power.
Okay,
Yeah.
and there's immense power, right? You can do this and it doesn't end, right?
Right.
Okay, and of course, this is a big weekend. It is, of course, Baisakhi as well, and there's a lot of celebration that's going to happen. So, what's your message to the people to watch this movie? Why should they go watch it? And a personal one, not that like it's the best movie on the planet, so therefore go watch it.
I think, Begum Jaan is the most unique woman you'll see because she's extremely powerful. I haven't met someone like her on or off screen. And this is a very unique story that you got from the trailer anyway. So if you have to really celebrate the festival, come into the theatres 14th of April onwards to watch Begum Jaan because it is Baisakhi, it's Ugadi, it's Vishu, it's Easter.
It's all rolled into one, right?
Yeah.
And what a better way to celebrate.
Yeah.
But all the very best
Thank
to you.
you.
And I'm sure that it will rock. It looks like, one word when I saw
And
that
Amitabh
trailer.
Bachchan, no?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So when I saw this trailer, I said, "Oh my God, this is kind of scary. Scary strong.
Yeah.
So all the best
people
to
have
you.
been calling me badass. I love it.
So scary strong it is, and all the very best. And of course, the message is go out and watch this movie over this really big weekend.
अगर खैरियत चाहते हो तो देख लो.
Ay, shabash. Agar khairiyat chahte ho, it's all the khar that's being rolled out here. All the very best,
Thank
Vidya.
you, thank you.
And once again, congrats. And
Thank you.
I'm sure it'll rock.
Thank you.
Thanks.